It's divine and welcome. Sorry about the fan. I'm really sweating because my hair is down. Like I just lost it. Anyway, that's not why we're here. So, if your hair is thin and your hair is long, or if your hair is very thick but your hair is not growing, this video is for you. Absolutely for you. If your hair is very dry, like it's so dry, always dry, constantly dry, this video is for you. If you are confused on what products to use to moisturize your hair, this video is for you. So in today's video is going to be very special. I forgot the cue. What's up, one billion gang? Welcome to today's video because it's going to be very special because I have guests in today's video. So expect guests, expect them. So I'm not going to do any spoilers. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I just want to tell you that you should expect guests in today's video. So like I said, this month April is about moisturizing and sealing. So how have you been moisturizing your hair? What products do you? I hope this mic is loud because I can't. My laptop has ish. So how has April been with your moisturizing routine? Have you been moisturizing? How do you moisturize? Do you even have a moisturizing routine? Do you moisturize every day or you only moisturize when you make your hair? What is your moisturizing routine like? How is it for you? And yeah, let me feel myself small. I did this hairstyle by myself. Oh my god, I did this hairstyle by myself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me say credit. So if you don't have a moisturizing routine, by the end of this video, you are going to get one. And why is a moisturizing routine important? In May, I'm going to be talking about May's hair growth challenge is about heat, but I'm going to talk about one routine that you need to get right. But before May, let me not rush too much. Before May, let's talk about moisture and why it's very important when it comes to hair growth. So you already know now in this year's hair growth challenge, we have three sections or sections. I'm correct. We have three sections when it comes to hair growth. We have your body health, we have your scalp health, and we have your strand health. So all of them they form like a pillar. You know how we did government in secondary school, and they tell you that we have judiciary, legislature, and what's the third one? Executive, and it's like a pyramid, and everybody's important. So nobody can override each other. They are all important in their own um area. So that's where your body health, your scalp health, and your strand health are important. So now, where does moisturizing fall into your strand health? I hope you got it. I hope you did your mathematics and you got it right. So now this is your hair strand that has grown, right? So the way you moisturize your hair, the way you are moisturizing your hair, in the long run, the way your moisture routine or moisturizing routine works is going to preserve this hair strand. It's going to preserve these hair strands. So if you don't moisturize, if you if you don't moisturize, basically, if you don't hydrate when you're combing or styling your hair, you're likely to kill these hair strands. So whether be it before a protective style, after a protective style, or during when you're wearing the protective style, how do you moisturize your hair? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video and when I have my guest. So whether you're watching this video live now or you're watching the replay in the future, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Yeah. So let's talk about I just mentioned three things just now. I mentioned before before you make a protective style, after you make a protective style, and during the protective style, right? So, where exactly is a protective style? A protective style is a style that keeps you from manipulating your hair. That's what a protective style is. So, whether you're wearing a sleek bun, as long as your hair is not being manipulated, it is a protective style. Whether you're wearing a wash and go, as long as your hair is not manipulated, it is a protective style. That is what they. So I used to think that a protective style is just hiding the ends of your hair. Bro, you can literally see the ends of my hair right now. But this is a protective style because I'm not constantly manipulating my hair. So that's why it's called it. Now you understand why what protective styles are. Sorry, I'm just pushing. I don't like hair touching my neck. Now you understand what a protective style is. So now that you understand what a protective style is, let's talk about moisturizing your hair before, during, and after or the takedown of the protective style. So let's start from before. Before almost goes with the takedown of your protective style, but let's just say you've taken down your hair already. How do you moisturize your hair? So this is the most important part to hair growth to me. I believe it is the most important part to hair growth because how you are prepping your hair is going to affect every other thing. So before your wash day, um, before you make your hair your protective style, before you style your hair, how are you prepping your hair? And those things take place during your wash day. So how do you detangle your hair? Very important. That's the routine that is the most important. How do you detangle your hair? Do you just comb your hair like with your afro pick and that's all? Do you have a three-step routine, your moisturizer, your oil, and your finger detangling, or your comb or your detangler, whatever? Or you use heat? If you use heat to see the tangles and you use your blow dryer to see the tangles stretch your hair, how do you exactly do you divide your hair into sections? How do you how do you detangle your how do you prep your hair before that protective style? So we just mentioned before the protective style, right? So when it comes to moisturizing your hair now before the protective style, two core routines are very important. The first one is either you pre-poo or you deep condition. That's the first moisturizing routine you need to do. You need to you need to do that. Either you condition, you deep condition, or you pre-poo, or you do all of them. It's up to you. You make sure you do that before any protective style. Make sure your hair is conditioned. Then the second thing is to use a leave-in conditioner. I'll talk more about that when I'm talking about doing your protective style, but let's focus on deep conditioning because deep conditioning, whatever conditioner, after wash conditioner you're using after your shampoo, very important to do that to put back the moisture that you just drained out with your shampoo. The reason why is it's going to help with the shine. Yeah, it's going to help with the shine, and your hair is going to like shining like those head and shoulders. And well, shine is secondary. What's more important is your hair health, and that's what we're talking about. Strand health, right? It's going to help retain that moisture that was derived or drenched out by the shampoo. And do you know when we're retaining that moisture back, it's going to help the strength of your strands. So by the time you are combing or manipulating, when you are doing your protective style, you're manipulating your hair. Like for me, when I did these cornrows, I nearly cry. I nearly cried. The cry, I almost cried. So when you already deep conditioned or prepped your hair with a pre-poo or any type of conditioner or max, you have you have helped your hair strength, your hair strand. You've helped the strength of your hair and the elasticity. I'm trying to talk fast because I'm working with time, right? Okay, I've spent 9 minutes already. And the elasticity of your hair, and because it helps strengthen the strands, your hair strands, is going to reduce the breakage by the time you are manipulating your hair for the protective style. So this is before the protective style. I hope you understand and you're taking notes. If you want to, you can watch the video anytime anyway. So the second thing now we're talking about, you've understood the moisturizing before the protective style. Very, very important. Don't don't underestimate it. Don't, because by the time you are combing your hair when you are making the protective style, oh, you will understand why it is important. So now let's now talk about leave-in conditioning. Leave-in conditioner or leave-in conditioning, whatever you are calling it, is when you are now making the process of making the protective style or after you have made the protective style. So if you this is a protective style, right? I already explained what a protective style is. Whether you're wearing a wash and go, a twist out, as long as you're not manipulating your hair in that hairstyle, it is a protective style. It's not just about hiding your ends. Bro, these are my ends and they are everywhere. So as long as you're not manipulating your hair. So my hair is already manipulated because by the time I'm making the protective style, I am manipulating my hair. If I'm doing a twist out, I'm going to twist my hair. What am I doing? I'm manipulating my hair. If I'm doing a sleek bun, when I'm brushing and tugging, what am I doing? I am manipulating my hair. Whatever hairstyle you can think of, like those are the only hairstyles at the top of my head right now. A bantu knot, I am manipulating my hair with the tension in whatever area. So whatever hairstyle, whatever protective style you are doing, by the time you are doing that protective style, make sure that you use a leave-in conditioner to comb your hair. So I've mentioned your deep conditioner or your after wash shampoo conditioner or your regular conditioner, whatever conditioner, or your leave-in conditioner with oil when you wash your hair. Then when you now want to make the protective style, make sure you use a leave-in conditioner to comb your hair into sections so you can see the tangles and focus on them, and you don't have breakage, because hair growth or hair length particularly is not going to show. It's not going to show if your hair is breaking away. Sad truth, but it's as simple as that. Simple as ABC. So make sure that deep conditioner, leave-in conditioner. Now let's now talk about the third part. The third part is after the protective style, or when you are done with the protective style. I skipped. Okay, you've made your protective style. All right, you've made your protective style now. So when you are maintaining the protective style, so like this now, I wore a scrunchie. See the area of my hair, it bends to the form of the scrunchie, because I bent my hair like this with the scrunchie. So by the time I apply moisture with my leave-in conditioner and water and oil to seal in the moisture and like hold it into my hair, it's going to like keep my hair down, like weigh on my hair down, and it's going to get back its original form. So as you are meant during, I don't know, I'll be asking my guests soon. I'll be asking them more questions. I'll be asking them more questions about moisturizing and sealing. But for me personally, you don't want to have product build up. You don't want to have product build up. You still want to maintain your hair hygiene, and you also want to maintain your hair moisture, right? So that your hair is not dry, right? Very, very subtle, but very powerful. Make sure you are trying your best to maintain a good nighttime routine. So I've talked about products from your deep conditioner to your leave-in conditioner. But when you are wearing your protective style, when you've made the protective style, try to maintain a good nighttime routine, whether it's a do rag or a bonnet, whatever. You already know these things by now. The reason why it's important, let me not tell you why the reason why it's important. You don't want the protective style you just made, you don't want cotton to get into your hair. Apart from the fact that cutting causes single strand knot, and single strand knot leads to breakage, and breakage leads to shedding and leads to the cutting of your length, you don't want those cotton to get into your hair, because it's going to affect your hair strands, the health of your hair strand itself, not just the length. It's going to affect the health of that hair strand that cotton got into. And then it's also going to like make your hairstyle get scattered. Let's say you just made a new hairstyle, and next morning you woke up, cottons all over your hair. By the time you're trying to remove out the cotton, by the time you're trying to pull out the cotton out of your hair, you're going to have scattered protective style. Like yours it's not going to be like the original form. So you now have to start putting in more products, start doing the whole process again. So try, and do you know what? Another reason why it's very important, it's going to keep your hair in place and make your hair strand healthy. When something is already damaged, when something is not healthy anymore, even though you are trying to like revive and replenish it back to its original state, it can never be as the original. Even if you try to get products and it's looking finer than before, your hair strand is not going to be as healthy as before. So make sure you don't joke with what I just said just now. Don't joke with it. So now that we've understood before the protective style, during or the making of the protective style, or any of the above, now let's talk about taking down or taking out the protective style. Why it's important to moisturize. When you're taking out the protective style, this is so underrated, and as I saved it for the third part, I did not start with it because it's so underrated. Whether you're wearing only your natural hair, or you're wearing your hair with kinky um caniculum hair extension, or whatever attachments, whatever you're wearing with extra added hair. If you're wearing your hair with extra added hair or your natural hair, make sure you moisturize your hair first. It could be with a natural gel like flaxseed gel or aloe vera gel or okra, which I just learned recently. Anything that's affordable to you, a pre-poo, or your shampoo conditioner, or your leave-in conditioner, or your deep conditioner. Any of those three, when you are taking down your protective style, you can apply them on your hair. And when you're taking it down, just you know what you do. You know how people retouch or relax their hair. Apply the conditioner like that. So you just apply it on all over your hair. Let's say I'm taking down this hair. I'll just apply it all over my hair. Wrap my hair in a polythene bag or nylon bag or a shower cap. Wrap my hair. Keep it for 5 to 10 minutes. Move that thing out. By the time I'm taking out the protective side, it's just becoming out like it's just gonna like draw. It's just be removing like it's going to be so easy, and it's not just about the ease. You're going to have less breakage. You see, that's a bonus, and you're going to retain your length. Can you see how it's connecting? Like the dots are just connecting all together. So yeah, so that's why it's very very important to moisturize, whether before, during, or when you're making protective style or when you're taking out the protective style. I hope my little TEDx talk you're getting what moisturizing is. But I've just been talking about using conditioners. So what of sealants? What of oils? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. So of course, it's very important to use a leave-in conditioner. People talk about the LOC and LCO method. Truth is that those things are actually not so important. Let me tell you what's important. Wearing a protective style. And that was I've been preaching all through this video. That is what is important. Wearing a protective style is far more important than LOC or LCO method. Either way, the products are still going to come on your hair strand. So that's why the protective style is far more important than the application methods. The time LOC and LCO method can be quite a little important is when you are styling your hair like a wash and go, or you're doing like a bantu knot when you're styling. Yeah. But when when you're just styling your hair, but when you're just moisturizing your hair to comb your hair to detangle, what is important is the protective style you're putting that section into when you're done combing the section. So if you're like, Divine, my hair is still like TWA, I can't divide my hair into sections, so I still need the LCO method. Bruh, yours is even the reason why you really don't need the LCO method, because your hair is the TWA form. So just apply all the products on your hair. If it's you have a leave-in conditioner, you have your oil, mix it up together, apply everything on your hair. You really don't need to stress about LCO or LOC method. Just apply the product, mix them up together, apply the products on your hair, and you're good to go. Make sure you have your oil, make sure you have your conditioner. But if your hair is longer, it's quite longer, whether the awkward phase or it has fallen or grown past the awkward phase and is longer, very important that you have your oil and you have your conditioner. Whether you're applying your oil first or you're applying your conditioner, what I'll advise is that you mix all the products of you're still confused about your hair porosity, about which product and which method LC or LOC works for you. Just get the products on your hair strand. All right, how many? Okay, I have 2 more minutes left. Hopefully, my first guest comes here after some moments. So what's more important. So once you've gotten those products, whether your leave-in and your oil, your deep conditioner and your oil, your what's last your after wash conditioner and your oil. Once you've gotten all those products into your hair, next thing is to make sure that you're either twisting or you're braiding. Yes. Make sure you're doing either of the two, or you're doing 3 strand, 2 strand, whatever it is. Very, very important. People focus on LC or LOC, but what is more important is to put that hair in a protective style, or hair strands in a protective style, either twist or braids when you're detangling your hair. This is so underrated. People just put conditioner in their hair and oil, and they comb their hair and they feel like, oh, that's all. Now my hair is much. No, your hair is not gonna be moisturized. No, it's just like having um meat, right? This is meat. I want to fry the meat, right? I want to fry the meat, and I just sprinkle salt on the meat. It's the meat might actually come out okay, not bad. It might come out not bad, but if I marinate that meat in garlic juice, ginger powder, pepper, black pepper, white pepper, cayenne pepper, Maggi or seasoning powder, I marinate it a lot of. Then I add salt, like keep it overnight. Then I squeeze. You know when I'm squeezing out the juice out of it, I squeeze out the juice. Oh my god! When I fry that meat, you will know the difference in taste. You will know, you will understand the difference in taste, you will know the original. So that's why it's important to keep your hair in twist or braids when you moisturize it. If you just moisturize it like that and you just go on with your day with your oil and your conditioner and you just go on with your day, the moisture is not going to last and it's not going to get in, it's not going to be juicy. If you want it to be juicy, make sure you wear a protective style. I hope with all my parabulation, if you have, let me check the live chat. If you have any question, you can leave it in the live chat. I'm going to have a okay. I'm going to have my guest come on here shortly. I'm trying to figure out this thing. This is my first time live streaming with like somebody else, not just myself. So I'm still a newbie in this thing. Live chat. Um okay. Sorry. I look like a grandma operating what I'm doing. All right. Okay.
Good evening.